Anyway, welcome back, everyone, to level 100 content. Simple Reclears here, nothing new or different that anyone has let me know of, so we'll just go ahead and put up our markers. Now would be a good time to summon your summons, dance your partners, Buddia your Cardia, check your gear, make sure it is the accurate gear, melded correctly, repaired to a satisfactory level. Once you've taken a look at all that, go ahead and nom 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 on your food. Let me know when you're ready to go by hitting the yes button. Keep in mind for this fight, things that are definitely troublesome. We have the funky floor. Make sure that you know where you need to be pre-positioned for some of those things, if possible, because that is the one part that typically rounds us out a little bit. And then towards the end, when we have the little frog guys going, remember Group 1 is in the west and north. Group 2 is in the east or the south. Your buddy is your color buddy. Your spotlight is your color spotlight. Those are the only things you gotta really remember. When you're ready.
Are you ready to get down? The Upstart's Cruiserweight campaign begins.
A side, this is roll.
Can you keep up with the rhythm?
Or snap. This will be rolls.
Dancing Green is pulling out all the stops with these things.
B side. Light party.
We're just getting started.
Or snap.
Keep grooving, baby.
Braid wide. We're doing funky floor here.
Bask in the spotlight and burn, baby, burn. An invitation to dance. How will the
Starting
challenger
in.
respond?
Out. B side later. B side. 2 light parties. 4 snap. Light party. Braid wide.
You're up, dancers.
Towards the north. Yes, south.
Let's turn up the heat. Try to keep up now. The fever's taken hold. Can the Upstart keep up with Dancing Green? Dance
Check your numbers, see if you're in or out. Starting on left. Then we're gonna go right. Stay right. Going left. Going right. Stay right. Left. And finally right.
Alright.
Let's finish with style. loving it.
Age side. Saving that. Check which side you are for red wave.
Everyone's a star.
Order gonna be paired. Spreading out. Starting out. In.
Come on, show me your moves.
This is rolls. Pre-snap, roll. Trade wide. I believe they're doing some frog shenanigans.
Back to it, dancers.
Remember, group 1 is west or north, if that ends up being a case. We are the east-west with your buddy. Disco Infernal.
Bask in the spotlight and burn.
DPS are baiting.
Burn.
DPS bait frogs.
The challenger's down. Is this the end?
I'm gonna
Light
die
party later.
there.
We're just getting started.
Two snap, light
Keep
party.
grooving, baby. They're back on their feet. Let's see if they can stay standing. Dancers, take it
Just
away.
6-minute window, technically.
Yeah, baby. I feel the fever
Just gotta do our
coming on
dodges
again.
here. Sports to north.
The Knights reached a fever pitch. All eyes are on Dancing Green. Dance
Personal
like
dodges
there's
here.
No tomorrow. Let's finish with style. Groovy moves. The crowd's loving it. You're up, dancers.
Another frog crush. Sports. Oh, never mind. That's not this. Right, Abe. And then we're going to C. Half room cleave. He's gonna do it, but faster. Get half room cleave at the end of this hole. Oh, sorry, no. Sports bait first. We are north-south. DPS bait the next set. Middle is safe.
Oh no, that was too much for the challenger.
South. Half room cleave. they'll be here.
Show us some electrifying moves.
Ow.
What? Ah, looks like someone isn't holding back.
Spread out. Pair up. Oh, sorry, not pair up. We go in first. Something like that. I got messed up when I died.
It's all over.
That was better in the last few weeks. It was not too bad. Couple little things.
One shot.
Was a one shot, which is more than PF. I at this point have the only person that needs a ring to be Alan. Everything else I have as non-bis. So if you have an alt that you are collecting things for, preferably that is listed, feel free to start tracking that. That helps me figure out distribution of stuff, but I will not keep a close eye on it. So ring is Alan's, everything else is pretty much open roll for need. Should you need it. I'm not going to make the argument this week, but potentially next week, once we have more time to talk about it. I might request to fill out as much as I can for my tank in the event that in the week Alan's out, we might want to search for a DPS in PF. So we can keep a little bit more consistency on the like mitigation stuff. A lot easier to have a yes in that regard than having like a tank show up and try to do our strats especially. So there's a chance that I might play DPS for those things, or play tank for that. Not gonna worry about it right now, but potentially in a future week I might ask for that. Alan's got to gear his ring up. Let me know when you're set though, and we'll go to the next fight. Next fight is our ads. The fight nobody likes. Typically, we've done fairly well on this, except for the very ending mechanic, so I am going to make us do the little funny thing again before we start. Just so we're 100% clear. Everyone is in the right mindset for how that resolves.
I also want to do a refresh on the T-shape, because I don't think we got that a single time last week.
True, that's a good call. Let's do our T-shape. Follow me over here. There should be something to the extent of this for our T-shape. You get knocked back, no matter what orientation you look at the boss. In the middle, you have B is on the right side looking at boss, C is on the left side looking at boss. You know, B and A are constant. For the other mechanic, we have our people. Can we just get a general stance of like island 1, 2, and 3? A being south. Just where you start. Just so I know where everyone's beginning here. This is like how we begin on the islands, right? So from here, there's a couple of patterns. I'm gonna do one different than I've done before. I have to extrapolate these out a little bit. From here, show me where you were getting launched and where you were standing. Cool. Theoretically, in the opposite way, if we instead had a different setup, so if you want to like, go back to your other island orient or however you want to do it. Here are the new islands. Make sure we're all set on that. Where you're going to be. Before you get into your tower, there is what?
Twister.
Twister. Or step leader, or whatever you want to call it. Awesome. Outside of that, generally this fight goes by pretty well. Let me know when you're ready. Keep in mind we do have the early pot if you are so inclined to do that. This depends on rotation. I think healers have a little bit of a different setup between how much you're healing during the ads.
It also depends on how much you want to pad.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, generally, I would say for Frog, it's best that we just burn everything during ads, like full pot. I'm not gonna look at it either way. When we start like parse optimizing, we can actually look at where it's beneficial. I don't know how this whole thing is gonna turn out anyway.
I think we still have squirrels and yans alive at the end, which is why it's beneficial for padding on the pot there for that buff window.
Yeah.
But it does take away from the first one.
That's true. When you're ready. You're doing the DPS pot, and now it's time.
What inspiration will you give me, I wonder?
Welcome to Sugar Riot's Gallery of Flowers!
What's your favorite color?
Nice.
Perhaps I'll draw this.
Maybe spreads, T-shape. And we are at 2. Right around the boss. Buster. I think we're headed north for cactus stuff.
An image comes to me. I hope you like it hot and sandy.
Goodness! The rain has become desert!
When I think desert, I think of these prickly fellows.
This is that weird pattern where we go to the little tiny spot.
Watch out! It's a veritable storm of needles!
By the way, Moon and Alan have been targeted for later. Jeez. Spin around.
There's something missing. Oh,
Big hole mechanic.
Quicksand? You don't want to get caught in that!
What do you think of this?
Yes, are in. Buster.
That was my bad, Dave.
I think mage should be penalized on getting bins.
Putting her alone gets awfully
Mistake, I
dull,
swear.
don't you think?
My
Uh-huh.
buffs did not go out when I wanted them to before. I just now realized. They're gonna be quite delayed. Like by 40 seconds.
Transformative piece! The Fiend has
Seems
been
good.
completely remade!
just gonna realign it with the other minute window, I guess, because it's like 60 seconds off. I don't know how that didn't go off.
My game is being aligned.
I just reset this run. Grab the thing. My stuff's all messed up too.
The challenger's down! Is this the end?
I don't know how battle doesn't go off. I think it's just because I click it. Sometimes it just doesn't weave when we're doing like cactus dodges and I can't look at it.
Oh no! That was too much for the challenger!
You got something going on that you need to worry about?
It's just
Latency or something?
yeah, it's latency. Not sure if it's gone away. Let's just go again. If I have another hit, I might have to lose.
Let's try it again. When
Alan
Alan's
said
ready.
1 sec.
Yeah, he's got that
Okay.
down there.
What inspiration will you give me, I wonder?
Welcome to Sugar Riot's Gallery of Blowers!
What's your favorite color? Perhaps I'll draw this.
Light party. 1. Oh man. Not backwards so early. Light party. Buster. Cactus. This time I won't forget to
An image
say
comes
who's
to me.
marked.
I hope you like it hot and sandy.
8th and Allen, the 18th.
The ring has become a desert.
Been marked.
When I think
Recently
desert,
watched
I
that
think
movie.
of these prickly fellows.
Oh, yeah, first time or rewatch?
Repeat.
It's pretty good.
Came on YouTube for free.
Watch out!
Oh, it's the
It's
same
a
battle.
veritable storm of needles.
Out if you're out, in if you're in. On the boss. And 8th is just getting targeted by these.
There's something missing. Oh, I know.
Quicksand? You don't want to get caught in that.
Haha, quick sense. Get it? You don't want to get caught in that.
I don't even think that's a joke. I think it's just an observation.
What do you think of this?
DPS are in.
I got you this time, Abe.
It's very cool to do.
No, help.
Oh, oh.
Challenger's down! Is this the end?
You said that, and
I do not have
I looked
Swift.
at the freaking party list.
That's so funny.
Am I too far out?
No.
The challenger rise it again.
That is so sad.
Kind of funny.
Yeah, I mean, depends on if you want to like nerf or damage.
Yeah.
Alone gets all
Got
too
caught,
dull,
got
don't
caught in
you
the
think?
quicksand.
You see your roll's so trash there though, to not accidentally missing that. Beat that.
A transformative piece. The fiend has been completely remade.
Jabber targetable. Watch scat. Raid wide coming.
Yeah.
Raid wide here. Watch the cat. Experience violence.
Cat needs to die.
End up in for around 10 seconds.
Raid wide coming up. Raid wide right here. Watch sugar, make sure it doesn't die. Bring him in. Buster. Waters.
What do you say to a refreshing river?
A crystal clear river. How charming.
Fire in the water. In the water.
Range group to 4. Go up, go up, go up, go up. Nice one.
This is no
Meet up on D bridge. On D bridge. We are holding the next set of 2.
downpour.
Move away from the thundercloud. Away from it.
The storm has turned the waters muddy. How frightening.
Away from it. Away. Away from the thundercloud. Away from it. Away from the thundercloud. Holding 2 minutes. Hold your 2 minutes. final time away from the thundercloud, holding the 2 minutes.
Don't fall the boss.
Set him up. Down a person's nerd.
Oof.
I just felt like we were lacking mid too.
My imagination.
That normally does not hurt that bad.
I think we just weren't full up. Where were we going in with everybody?
I was. I mean, I think.
I think I saw Rep and Faint. I know I saw Faint.
I don't heal until that final
Oh,
one goes
you're
out because
missing
there's no
my
point
both of
to.
mine.
Oh, we missed
That
most of it.
explains
think-
it.
I think Sugar puts all his there because I throw mine after that.
Yeah,
Ah,
I was just
explains why it
about
hurt.
like, I was just about 40% HP taking that lightning bolt, so it just killed me.
I think I need more help healing you during that then, because I was giving you everything I could.
Do you time your corundum for whenever you get shocked?
I'm
Or
cycling every cooldown.
You're
Like
just,
I have,
cycling on cooldown.
yeah,
for the
I have
autos?
everything. I used Rimper at the beginning, then Camouflage, and Nebula at the very end. I was just
You always have
Yeah.
aggro there, Sugar?
Yeah.
Can we switch Cardia to him on that?
Yeah, I could do that.
That'll work.
I'm giving him everything I possibly can.
Yeah, I was low on the Adder's Gall stacks. I couldn't do off globals while moving.
Yeah, because the lightning bolt is a random assignment when it's gonna hit him. That's gonna be the biggest chunk. So depending on where that falls in his mitt, it's gonna do a variable amount. We tried again.
I was already so low on mana from ad phase. I don't know what they expect us to do there, man. Come out of that with like 2k MP.
We'll be able to look at it in more detail when there's a better setup.
Inspiration will you give me, I wonder?
I just shot my card just
Welcome to Sugar Ryan's Gallery of Clevers.
I also had something ghost on me, but that was probably because the boss was moving.
What's your favorite color? Perhaps I'll draw this.
The buddies. We are at 3. T-shape, buddy. Around the boss. Buster.
An image comes to me. I hope you like it hot and sandy.
Moon and Alan have been targeted for later.
When I think desert, I think of these prickly fellows.
Careful, it's right on her.
Watch out. It's a veritable storm of needles.
Out if you're out. Around the boss.
There's something missing. Oh, I know.
Big hole.
Quicksand? Oh, you don't want to get caught in that.
Oh, I get it. You don't want to be caught in that. Because it's quicksand.
What do you think of this?
I have to get into the hole.
Sports are in.
I mean,
They knew not to give that to me a second time. Buster.
Pudding alone gets awfully dull, don't you think?
A transformative piece! The Fiend has been completely remade!
It's go time. He is targetable. Raid wide coming in. Here it is.
cut,
you're targeted.
cut.
I got it.
Oh no, that was too much!
There's not a way to hit it. Moon grab the thing as well.
I mean, it just should have died a long time ago.
I need a second. One of my buttons on my mouse is not working.
I got baited in a weird spot too. Normally it's like available in the south, but it got put like in the middle of the arena.
It jumped to me.
Up to you.
Yeah.
I never had it next
Okay.
to me where I could hit it.
Guess I'm good.
I think it would have died if we had all our buttons and didn't get hit by the thingy.
Typically that one's dead after the AoE goes out, or if we start focusing it then.
What inspiration will you
Yeah.
give me, I wonder?
Welcome to Sugar Riot's Gallery of Levels!
What's your favorite color? Perhaps I'll draw this.
Pairs. Buddies. They're at 1. Around the boss. Buster.
I hope you like it hot and sandy.
Alice and Sugar have been targeted for later.
When I think desert, I think of these prickly fellows.
It's right on her.
Watch out! It's a veritable storm of needles.
Out if you're out. The boss.
There's something missing. Oh, I know.
Quicksand? Oh, you don't want to get caught in there.
What do you think of this?
DPS are in. Still.
Pudding alone gets awfully dull, don't you think?
A transformative piece! The Fiend has been completely remade!
Go time.
And
Stabber. Red wide coming out.
Kill it! Oh my god.
Red wide. Ape is dead.
No, that was too much for the Challenger!
I'll be up in time. I think.
The Challenger rises again! Can they turn this around?
Terrible spot, it's not bad.
One of the cats needs to die at some point, right?
Jabber needs to die very quick in a bad spot.
All of
Dead.
that. There's the
dead.
cat. There's the cat.
Is this the end?
It's not even weak. No. Moon, were you having an issue? You said something before. I think.
yeah, I'm gonna restart my shit. It's fucking.
Alright.
I think my VPN is trolling me right now.
Alright, cool. Let me know when you're all back.
That's what you done. Okay.
Yeah, Moon said something, and I'm like, things are not dying as fast as they normally do.
No,
So I kind of figured.
Faith got violenced.
I was watching the Jabberwock about to kill
Yeah.
you and just didn't move.
Not too bad, Jabberwock never dies quick.
The first one?
Yeah.
The first one doesn't seem to die as quick because we come right out of burst. There's not even like a 1 minute or anything like that. The second one has 1 minute.
Even PF kills it faster. Jabberwock never gets that close to the helium
They
PF.
probably kill it faster because they don't hold, would be my guess. For their buffs, they probably send it like right away when things come up, and then they have their 1
No,
minute
they hold
there.
it.
You think?
Yeah, they hold for the mana rays to come up. There's just no bot.
Who's actually hitting it there? Because I'm hitting it full time for both. I imagine Moon is doing the same because he's with me.
I'm hitting
I hit it once it comes in range.
The first or the second?
The first, especially.
Oh, the first. I send off my whole single target burst on that.
Should be everyone but Sugar, I think.
Probably.
Maybe it's placebo effect, but it just seems slow.
Comparatively, yeah. Like, if you look at the second one, but I think it's just a matter of the damage that's sent in different spots. You need us to jump around or anything? You good?
Let's go.
Alright, eyes on the screen. When you're ready, Alan. I keep forgetting to hit it, but I'm gonna press it right now. Here's my pot. Boom.
What inspiration will you give me, I wonder?
Welcome to Sugar Riot's Gallery of Terrors!
What's your favorite color?
That's crazy. Plasma hits for about as much as my Oracle.
Perhaps I'll draw.
That was a really high crit. I never hit that high.
Too many cooldowns for 1 minute.
Buddies. This will be buddies.
Damage not
Two?
be comparable.
Buddies at 2.
Oh, wait. Odd?
Oh no! Too much for the challenger!
We can reset this.
No, my 130k.
The challenger's down!
Nice
Yeah,
flight
me
mark.
and
If
Sugar
that
also
matters.
crit really high. What the fuck, Kiko? God.
Ah.
Battle Litany thanks you.
Litany finally working for once.
That might be the only time ever that double down crits, and it's wasted.
Is that what Lionheart's called?
No, it's just this 1200 potency skill that never crits on whenever I play Gunbreaker.
What inspiration
very
will
true.
you give me, I wonder?
Like, I'm playing Gunbreaker on my alt and PF, but like, I don't actually know what the moves are called.
The Lionbreaker combo has the same potency, I think, on the final hit.
Oh, the Blood Gauge one? Or Bloodfest?
Yes.
What's your favorite color?
Basically have 2 buttons to be disappointed in. Among others.
Kind of disappointed if you cancel the dollar crit.
Alright, my computer hit a 20k higher than last fall. Let's clear this one.
Buddies. 4. Around the boss. Aha! I knew it. Which is why I used my attack ahead of time. Buster. Cactus mechanic.
An image comes to me.
The best part of this entire fight.
Hot and sandy.
Is that nobody?
I like this part.
But they didn't have a stupid bleed.
I have been targeted and Sugar been targeted.
When I think
Bleed
desert,
is
I think
crazy.
of these prickly fellows.
Watch out! It's a veritable storm of needles.
Out if you're out. Spread around.
I so for real thought you were gonna kill his phase.
I gave so much room there, actually. 'Cause that
Something missing.
thing is like a pretty true snapshot. Add back to the bottom of it. Perfect distance.
Quicksand? Oh, you don't want to get caught in that.
Yep. Oh, I hate it when he moves right there. Sports are in. Ping. Buster. I'm up on ad space.
Heading alone gets awfully dull, don't you think?
A transformative piece! The Fiend has been completely remade!
It's go time. First Jabberwocky, targetable. Watch the cat. Much better. Raid wide coming in. Here's the raid wide. Some damage on cat.
Push the Matrix phase, but okay.
All client side.
Well, this is fucked.
The challenger's down! Is this the hit?
Drive by.
I think I autoed it, tabbing to it, trying to get to a move.
Oh no! That was too much
I-
for the challenger!
Can't even believe that's possible.
Unlucky. Maybe they'll rework targeting after this fiasco of a fight. Very cool concept. Just a little messy.
What inspiration will you give me, I wonder?
It'd be a better concept if their targeting system was better, but
Yeah, like you can target by clicking in the enmity list, but you have to have them on your enmity list in order for you to do that. And then you also don't really have an indication of which one's which. There's two of the same without like really looking at it. Maybe they'll fix it eventually.
Perhaps I'll draw this.
That is 4. That means we are buddies. 3. Buddies. Around the boss. Color Riot.
An image comes to me. I hope you like it hot and sandy.
Maybe this time we can give the mechanic to 8. Hey, 8's been targeted. And sugar. Now it's a good.
When I think desert, I think of these
Not if I
prickly
run it
flowers.
down.
I'm sure we'll do us proud.
Watch out! It's a veritable storm of needles.
Out if you're out. On the boss.
There's something missing. Oh, I know.
Big hole mechanic.
Quicksand? Oh, you don't want to get caught in there.
What do you think of this?
Sports are in. Buster.
Heading alone gets awfully dull, don't you think?
A transformative piece! The fiend has been completely remade!
Careful with your targeting. It's go time. Aberlock. Careful the cat. Here's the raid leg. Raid leg coming out. damage on the cat here. Careful of targeting here. Careful of targeting. Grab a rock. Careful cat. Kill the cat here. Good. Gonna get tight on room here. There we go. Very what? Bring him in. Color Riot. Buster. Raid wide. Going up for water.
Don't forget to swap Cardia in River Phase.
What do you say
Good.
to
Aye, aye.
refreshing with
A crystal clear river. How charming.
Fire.
4.
This is no good.
Raise.
It needs a
We're on
touch
D.
of a dash of downpour.
Ready to move. Away from that.
A thunderstorm has turned.
Far away, far away.
How frightening.
Moving away from Thundercloud. Keep moving away from Thundercloud. Away from the Thundercloud. Away from the Thundercloud. Away from the Thundercloud. Final set.
They're back on their feet. Let's see if they can stay standing.
This is 2 minutes here. Big mitigation. Get to your islands.
You sparked my imagination. The ideas barely erupt.
Lava is
Baits
ravaging the ring.
or
Talk about destructive creativity.
range.
Oh, fuck, I'm over to battle, so we gotta sit here.
Step leader coming up. Step leader. We're gonna get wing marks as it would turn out. Apparently, we won't need to even do that other mechanic.
Kill it!
Spent all that time figuring it out just to not have to do it.
It's all over.
All right.
Until
From what I've worked out, unless anyone says otherwise, I'm just gonna do whatever I want. I say jokingly. I have currently Alan. I think is the only one that needs the head piece. So Alan has head. For boots, I believe I am the only one that needs boots. The hands have already been full bist, so if you have them as part of your alternate or your alt job, feel free to hit need, but those are open roll for hands. Question for Tombstone, does anyone care about it at this point? I don't think it's worth getting for like prog, but if you want it or an alt job or anything.
I could use it for Paladin next week because I don't have any more tome pieces to buy.
If you'd like to, I think Sugar's the only one that doesn't have the Esther, so between the two of you can figure out who's getting Esther at the final fight as well.
No, you can have it. I don't want to get.
Cool. So Alan, I guess we'll take the Tombstone. Blaze, let me just quick check. Has everyone updated their gear sheet?
Yeah. I have.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to do some quick maths of how many things people still need. At current, I have Mage and I have... Alice, you should have been able to buy one, right? Of the glaze? Okay, have you augmented your thing? Can you mark that in your sheet? You've not augmented it? Okay, I'm going to mark you down. You haven't bought it yet. Okay, you'll want to do that in between these runs. So the only person that I have that still would need it, if I'm mistaken here, is Mage. He still needs 2. Everyone else just needs 1. Is that right?
Yeah, I still need for my ring and my earring.
In that case, we're going to grab that for Mage. So at this point, we're at a timer in terms of when everyone's going to get it. Everything else will just probably be open rolled to see who gets it early. You know, is what it is kind of a thing. Take a second to meld up the things if you just got something. And Alice, you should be able to get your books to augment your thing. It'll help for your survivability. Take a second. And we'll do third fight. We're actually close to that point too, where if we maybe just did like our 10-minute, we could just do a break now. Anyone oppose that?
I'm fine with it.
Let's do that. Let's meet back at like 2 after the hour.
All right.
That works. Time for people though. Get all their stuff done.
Akiko, how the hell did you die to fire in the last phase? Oh, she's muted. Damn it.
I think she was in the plus. She was in the plus symbol. It's
I
further
want to
out
know
than
how. I want to know how Ace died.
you think. During what?
Oh, it
Oh,
was
lightning.
it's this rare bug where I walk into water and get a debuff.
Okay, I wanted to make sure it was Dropsy because I was like, "There's no way you die there."
No, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't even know how I hit it. I just heard the debuff sound, looked up, and went, "Well, that sucks."
I
I
wasn't
had to have
looking.
I just had to have moved at a weird angle.
I didn't see it.
That's
That's
definitely
unfortunate.
not something I want to look at like super right away, but at some point there's gotta be a better way of doing that mechanic. The one thing that I know people have done has been like melees going further and like range players staying back, but it kind of becomes dependent on who gets what. Because obviously it sucks for like myself to get targeted, walk 2 steps and stay put, and then have like, I don't know, Mage run across an entire second bridge in order to get to his spot while he's casting.
Have we ever stopped to consider we could just sack the lightning people?
Yeah. The other bit that's like really tough there is there's no way to hit the positionals on the backside of the boss pretty much the entire way through unless the tank like hard books it to weird angles, which is pretty unrealistic. Unless maybe we're doing it like with Paladin moving it around, but
I don't know other people or
just 'cause
other feel on it, but
the boss basically
light
gets his
speed.
butt stuck like in the lightning cloud AoE
Water.
and in the water the entire time.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, but if they balance the fight around that, then it should be fine. I mean, you and Moon are 99 and 95 parse, so I don't know if anyone's getting positionals there.
no, I'm just saying like, in general, there's probably not like a good way to do it. So it would just be something to look at if there's any opportunity when we end up in like full bis, if people have come up with different ways of doing that whole thing. They fixed their FF logs issue that they were having.
I think so.
You know what I'm talking about? I think it was specifically the last fight.
Bro, this better stick. Even with shit gear and overhealing, getting the orange finally. I'm not even padding as much as I should. I know who is padding though. I see a Kiko padding in that ad phase.
Dude, I don't know, man. That's the one fight where I'm like, I almost want to just skip it for parsing because it's gonna be so. I'm not gonna say toxic because I think we're above that, but like in a general sense,
Oh, it will be
that's a
toxic.
fight because it's gonna come down to who wants to single target the boss to bring damage towards actually killing it in the end, and who wants to just AoE. Because
already,
I'm
mean,
just doing single target on like pretty much the entire run while we've been progging. I've been able to do a
I could
little
be
AoE
wrong.
now, but
I'll need to confirm it, but I think I see a Kiko AoEing on the boss and the two squirrels when we should be killing the cat. Eighth homie, I know you and I are hitting that cat.
is what it is, be what it be. Well, we'll see. Many ways to do that fight.
It is a toxic fight though, just greeting the pads.
Yeah, like, I mean, the only reason we're killing those mantis fast enough is because certain people are either single targeting them or putting like their focus target on it. Like, I could just sit on the boss and AoE cleave, but I choose my focus target so the fall off damage is less on some of the other things, and sometimes it misses targets. But that's just a guarantee that we actually get through it, because that's all that really matters at this point to me. All these numbers are fake anyway. Like, my RDPS is only going to go higher when I get gear. These are
Same.
just, these
My
are
parses
just,
will just go up.
these are just
I
colors
need y'all to
that
have
show
gear.
up on your page if you want that to be, you know, important. But I think the I think clear week and the maybe not clear week, but like amount of time you spent clearing a fight and the overall what's it called, the all-star points, which is like the end of the patch after everyone's done their runs. I think those are typically more impressive.
Yeah.
'Cause
I need y'all to
otherwise,
get gear
otherwise
for
we
my
could just funnel
my
gear
numbers
to
to
everyone
go up.
else, and I wouldn't care about it like early weeks. The only reason that I sort of have gear now is because I want to make sure we actually clear the fights.
Sir, get that
But-
DPS up.
I still feel weird about it. Like, you can look back at any other Savage tier I've ever done. I always ask gear first. Doesn't matter to me.
I probably parse better on White Mage. I need y'all to have gear to parse on Astro.
Yeah. I mean, just kind of. When you get like free points, like Dancer. Dancer gets free points for just having a good partner, regardless of gear. Because if you have hog water teammates, and you can't always have a great team, so you just kind of like
Skill diff.
naturally. Like Dragoon has the same thing. Like, I'm just gonna have more RDPS by being in a group of actual players versus, you know, 6 players and 2 Lalafells in a trench coat. Kill Def, be mad. So sad.
Hmm?
That's just you right now.
Why
Oh,
am I
boy.
mad? Sorry, I was tuned out.
My internet
don't worry
cut
about it.
out. That sucks.
Dude, my internet is remarkably on. It is crazy.
I think it's been having this issue today. It's like, it's fine, but then it'll randomly cut out for a second, and it just.
So I was
That's the worst when you're trying to play games.
I was working at home today. And I was getting lunch. I had my phone out, and then I saw the Wi-Fi disconnected. And I didn't really think much of it. And then so like a minute later, I get up, I put my dish in the sink, and I look over out my window to the front yard. I just see a whole bunch of smoke. I went over and looked, and that's when I realized a tree from the wind that we had crazy wind here, fell over from my yard, across the street, hit a power line, took it down, dropped the whole line on my neighbor's property, and then it caught a fire, started burning from one end of the line to the other end of the line over this huge long set of land. But it was kind of like a bonfire. Like, it was a bunch of dry, I guess it was technically dry brush. So it wasn't like trees up in flames or anything, but it was just across the ground. You could see a small fire that would slowly burn across the thing, you know, over the course of what would end up being 3.5 hours. So I ended up calling 911 and got him brought over. They started like working on it, and basically because there was a live wire, they had to pour sand over the entire line and slowly control the fire because they couldn't spray it. If you spray it, it would do damage not only to the line, but also potentially back up the hose because it was an active current, basically. So they had to get our power company to come by at some point, cut the power. Then they were able to put out the fire. My dad ended up coming home at some point during that whole thing, and he's got a whole bunch of equipment, so he was able to like tear it all down, chainsaw it, reset it. The power company put a brand new line up, which I did not think was going to happen, but they did that like within the hour that they showed up. Got it all set back up.
Useful, let's go.
I was on. It was crazy because I was. When my dad got home, he set up a generator because I was supposed to be working, so I got back on a call on a generator. Connected to work, and I'm like, I just realized at this point, I had internet the whole time, which because it goes underground or whatever. And by the time it ended up getting switched over to the actual power system, when they got everything repaired, my dad went down and he took pictures of. We have a cable box that's like on the same spot where the tree fell. Not exactly on it, but like close by. And it's one of those like kind of like a manhole cover. It's like a grate that's slightly elevated from the ground, and then you open the hatch, and inside of it is where you can connect the fiber into like a whole bunch of systems. I don't really know what it does, but that box connects to all of the homes in the area. And the wire managed to burn a hole through that box, get in there, and I sent that picture of just a huge mess of wires just completely like melted. And somehow my internet is still on, even though it's connected through that. So
I think they rerouted it probably.
They are so bad. There's no shot they did that.
That's the only thing I could think of. If
What I think ended up happening is that it burned the top, but like the connection point was probably on the bottom half of it in terms of how it connected to my home. So it looks like a mess, but it's probably not really that bad in terms of damage. They're gonna have to replace probably the whole thing. They're coming by tomorrow. They didn't give me a time, so I'm probably gonna be interrupted while I'm working. But hopefully that gets set up and no interruption. Fingers crossed. On the plus side, I did get my phone plan or whatever. The month ran over, so I do have theoretically faster mobile connection if I needed it. That rolled over on the 23rd. That's pretty good. Should be good regardless. What a fun story. Speaking of fun things, Welcome back to level 100 content, everybody. Now would be a good time to summon your summons, dance partners, buddy at your cardia. Check your gear, make sure it is the correct gear, including new things that you may have just acquired. Meld it appropriately. Set on up. Go ahead and nom 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 on your food. For this fight, as a reminder, because it's been a hot minute, everything is pretty straightforward, including our drops and whatnot. Let me make sure we actually have our markers. We do not have our markers up. Markers are up. The last bit of the fight, as a reminder, we are still doing the baits off the wall when we get into the part where range are tethered. We do have a hold on our buffs there to make sure that we have aggro established first on all of the little ads. At some point in there, we will call to send those 2 minutes. And the other note that I've made is if we end up having a set of baits where the melees and tanks are running around the boss and it creates an unsafe spot in the middle, we are going to the... And this is where Alice is going to help remind me. Are we doing southwest still, or are we going northwest now? To accommodate for you being able to get to the boss faster. You think... Okay, so 8th and you have swapped? Is that what you're doing?
What am I doing?
Are you...
The tether's against the wall.
Oh,
yeah.
right. Yeah, you two did swap.
So, 8th, you'll be in the north for ranged out on the 3rd platform? That makes sense? You remember that?
Yeah.
And then Alice will be in the south for that. So that in the instance where we're going southwest, everyone can get to the boss because 8th and Akiko can gap close a million times over. Or at least once. Try and get it in. And then a note was made as well to not go all the way into the corner because everything is corner relative. Make sure to leave a little bit of room so that there's space for people to spread out in the corner itself when we're positioning that boss. Pretty sure that's the only big thing that we had as a trouble spot. Questions on that?
No questions, but just remember, Kiko were switching, I guess, then who were healing. I can't heal out,
Yeah.
so she's south, so. It messed me up last week, so I was trying to heal her and I forgot that they swapped. I think 8th died for it.
Oh no.
Maybe.
I can't remember.
Yeah, we'll hold
I can't
LB
remember.
until the very, 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 very end of the fight. I'll just burn it if we need it. It should be good on the check regardless. Let me know when you're ready by hitting the S button.
Sugar, are you giving Alice Corundum during that part?
For the you talking about the second ads or?
With the with the ads and the thorn walls and such.
I've been giving Ethan.
Yeah, I didn't know if with them swapping, I didn't know if you wanted to swap who gets what.
Oh, I mean, if Alice is gonna be south, then or,
You'll be closer, Alice. Sugar.
then yeah, then I'll give it to Alice then.
Let me adjust my macro and I'll be good. Where the hell is it? There it is.
Good call.
Things we do to keep our squishies alive.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Let's run it when you're ready. Pretty sure all the pots are normal in this fight. We do the opener, we do the beginning of part 3. Something like that.
To take it outside, the brute abominator means business.
Alright, I was too excited.
Will the unenhanced warrior
Not about that, I felt a little early.
chimerical foe?
It's the
I
boss.
was just too eager to get into this fight.
Blame the boss.
Yeah, it wasn't because he was being toxic to me in DNs or anything.
I'm sure he'll give us a sword to make up for it.
Good.
He's used his feral powers to manifest a weapon.
Alright, we got a
Oh no,
I
thank
can't remember what I do in the beginning for a minute. What the fuck?
What do you mean?
I mean, that's not what killed us there, but
No, but we were so low in health, and I'm like, that's something's not right here.
There was something
What am I
wrong there,
doing
and I wasn't gonna
wrong?
mention it, but
I think I might have forgot unconscious.
I'm gonna real quick look at casts on our last kill.
You're just
to see
completely
what the
blanking.
fuck.
Oh.
I don't know why I'm like, I know we weren't getting that low before. What the fuck am I missing?
my guess is it starts with shield.
Yeah, I got the shield. That's every fucking time except for the last fight.
It's the 16 hours you spent in Party Finder during the fourth fight.
I feel the
I
same
feel
way. It's like
brutal, man.
I can call you through that last fight like it's nobody's business. This fight, I'm gonna just kind of wing it.
That's how it always is. You spend so much time in this one, you forget the ones before it, so then...
What are we rating Ace Fit?
Oh, you said
I rated Lullafell out of 10 because they all look the same.
I know.
Alright.
Eighth,
You
what's
know
your
why
fit
Moon's
called?
upset? You know why Moon's upset? I'm not even gonna answer that. It's because every single week whenever he changes glamour, I just send a picture of his panties to him and call him a whore. And this is like the one week I'm wearing like a swimsuit, so he's been going in on me since we got into this fight.
Makes sense, makes sense. But honestly, Moon, you should be more modest like the rest of us. Like, look at Sugar. He's very modest over there.
Sugar
What do you
Say
understands
honest
class.
or honest?
Modest. Could be both.
Oh my god, Sugar, look, we're wearing the same bottoms, we're twinsies. Look.
Oh my god.
Are you actually
Okay,
wearing
I'm
that
so
same
sorry.
thing?
You know, wider.
You good, Kira?
Yeah, Moon,
I'm
when are you gonna
good.
twinsies with me? When are we gonna be Catboys, like you said? We can't clear the final fight until you do it.
Ooh.
That's the only reason we didn't clear last week.
Yeah,
And it
man.
wasn't because PF was absolutely bad. And didn't fill for like 4 hours.
Those parties never fill.
To take it outside,
Especially if you don't have healers and
the
tanks.
Dominator means
One DPS.
The only way that you actually clear the fight is if you find a group that's fresh P2 and carry them the whole way through.
Dude, we brought someone who was at a twin bite and we took them all the way to enrage. We speed progged them.
Sword?
mine. He's used his fatal powers to manifest a weapon. Oh, a brutal blow! But the contender is standing fine. Oh dear! Fiendish flora have sprouted from the scattered seeds!
They're in. One way to do it.
Got me scared.
I was gonna say, I don't know if we're interrupting anymore at this point because we can just kill him, but
We either kill him or I'm gonna get hit. Basically how it's gonna go.
careful on these ones. These things hurt if you
Oh
are
my!
slightly
Even
off.
the cameras have been petrified, and now they're crashing down all around!
Sword. True north here.
Oh no!
How did I get hit by
Too
two?
much for the challenger!
I think there's an in thing there. Might have got clipped by that.
The unpotted.
Oh, we should just
Hey,
ride
you're alive.
the fearsome strength.
I think we normally have some myth there.
Yeah.
I think someone was dead for that. Don't worry, we can surely heal
Goodness
up.
me, the brute abominator is hanging
Redone.
on the building.
Fine. Let's move that.
This is a sword. Sword into Glower. Glower. Revenge of the Vines. Tanks are gonna get a tether here. Or at least one of the tanks. He's then going to pull a weapon out of nowhere. Now he will give himself a player marker. Behold, as he does a boatload of damage. For explosion. Watch the ground. Does have a sword where you're gonna follow him in.
He's bounding from wall to wall.
Hold your buffs. Buffing out. Range have to go out to get your bait. Speaking of flare markers, here is one. Starting out with an outside bait here. Outside baits. Next set will be inside baits. Next set will be outside. Final set is inside. Find a safe spot. Body.
I'm just so dumb.
Is this the end?
Find a safe spot. This is a club. Club is out. We need a big heal here.
Let's see if they can stay
Wow.
standing.
Oh, I don't have another one. Damn it.
Raid wide. Save everyone first. The reses.
Don't have
Beats two
Swift.
autos, and then he's gonna knock us all down.
Was your positioning different there, FaZe?
The rooftop is caved in.
Not particularly, but maybe a little bit off because I was gonna die. And
We'll
I was
send
trying to figure out how to
trappers
live.
in there at once.
This would normally be pot window. I'm probably gonna hold
The
mine for
destruction
next set.
appears to have started a fire.
But if you don't have weakness, go ahead. Come on. He's gonna recenter himself. He's gonna pull out two weapons. One of these are gonna glow. Sword, following him in. Raid wide after. Get over to D side, Delta. Lariat.
Aladdin, the brute bomber must still be in there somewhere.
Be an out club. Followed by Glower.
Oh, the true power of this monstrous fusion.
Are we?
Alan, you need to take it. With Vince, maybe. Oh no.
This is gonna hurt.
Damn.
What a thrilling battle.
I can't cast anything right now.
Try it out, I guess, if not for practice. Club. It's a hard one. Okay. Range can slowly move to their spots. Remember 8th and now swapped. Don't go too far out. Make sure you get your shields. We're holding the next set of 2s. Find your buddy. These can come out. Line of sight.
Careful, Alice, you're at 3. I don't know if I'm alive! Okay.
Set up your pre-positioned spots in the corner or the northwest. We're gonna end up in the southwest corner. Southwest corner, careful not to bait the boss too far. Right at the edge. Be nice. Right by the D marker. Big heal. Lock spots.
Oh, it's so high.
Yeah, we just run it out for the sake of it, I guess. Check your color, you're gonna need it later. Dropping these on the color marker. That is our clock spot. Sports are dropping first. Following him in. In, small spot. DPS, drop. Just kidding, there's a lariat. Never mind, I'm dead. Alright. Move out. Out spot. Weak and wipe this here.
The challenger rises again. Can they turn this
Go
around?
ahead, wipe. Just trying to check if that was DPS.
Give me 1 sec.
Okay. Sorry, the countdown has a minimum of 5.
That's pretty fair. Okay, I'm ready. Sorry.
Pretty good, generally speaking. Just a couple little tiny things, you know, like where we died.
We delayed Ray for 2 seconds for this, eh?
To take it outside, the brute abominator means business. Will the unenhanced warrior be able to contend with this chimerical foe?
Sorry, I'm doing that.
You crit?
I did.
Okay, good. I just want to make sure it was worth it. This is a sword, by the way.
Mine. He's used his fetal powers to manifest a weapon. Oh, a brutal blow! But the contender is standing firm.
I think this guy smells nice.
Only the
We're
lures,
finding
though.
it right in hand right now. It just smells terrible.
Oh dear!
Interesting question.
Phoenix Flora have sprouted from the
I
scattered
reckon it
seeds.
smells terrible.
Yeah, I'm waiting for what it's going to spell.
Out. Jeez, dude. I got Put those melee baits in closer if possible, make it easier to get out.
Oh my! Even the cameras have been petrified, and now they're crashing down all around!
Okay, too close.
Sword. Find true north.
We sent his rival flying! What fearsome strength!
Jeez. Brothers.
Goodness me, the brute abominator is hanging on the building!
This is a club. Wow. Bunch of things that'll happen that I'm not going to bother talking about. There's going to be a flare at some point.
Guessing club.
Yes.
I've already given up. Last run was the run. Now it's just all bad pattern.
This is the bad pattern.
He's clubbing, holding buffs.
He's bounding from wall to wall!
That's a good pattern.
Sanding. Range out.
Yeah, it's a good one on the 8 does.
It's gonna be a flare.
The only one good enough to handle it.
True.
Starting with an outside bait. Next are an inside bait. Next are an outside bait. Next are an inside bait. Find a safe place with your buddy. There's a sword. We're following it in. Follow it in. Wow. Raid wide. 2 tank autos. Big slam.
The rooftop is caved in! Such devastation!
Alright.
We'll send cameras in there at once! The destruction appears to have started a fire!
two weapons. Club, this will be an out, followed by raid wide.
Seaside.
On seaside, yep.
Alari, the brute bomber must still be in there somewhere.
In,
A punishing attack.
flower.
Oh, the true power of this monstrous fusion.
I need a healer, I'll be 3.
Killer LB.
Okay.
I want to roast 3 people.
Brutal impact, there's gonna be damage here.
But will they be enough to turn the tide? What a thrilling battle this, and it rages on.
We're good. We just got a normal opening mechanic with his club or his sword. This is a club mechanic because the game is unfair. Give it space. Okay. Still fairly doable. Gonna have range baiting. Number your guys are set. Make sure to get your shields before you go out. Okay, here's the lock. Holding buffs. Find your buddy. Sending buffs. Line of sight.
Oh no, that was too much for the
Get
challenger.
your spot. Going to southwest.
The challenger's down. Is this the end?
Find the spot you're supposed to. You guys do that on the wall, don't you? You let me know if you can heal through this or not. If it's even worth it. I don't actually know the damage check.
The challenger rises again. Can they turn this
Gonna
around?
reset. It's gonna strange seeds us. Gonna give one of the rolls a thingy. Check your color. Guess or baiting. This is club out. Lariat. Ports. In. Slam.
They're back on their feet. Let's see if they can stay standing.
Stone Ringer mechanic. It's a club again. This is not looking good, friends. There's our last 2 minutes that we can try to get here with pot window if you have it. That's not enough.
Alice, are you getting 3 there on those tethers? You've been taking a lot of damage on that. Yeah. I think it's like every pull I've seen you be like half health there at that point.
Is it because we're bursting and you need your melee combo there, or So weird thing. I know this is not like great or whatever. Could you hit the add for your melee combo just to trigger it? As an alternative. Otherwise we could just hold it like even longer, but that kind of gets us into a weird situation. I think you're always gonna have to take damage there at some point. Does the boss move at all during that?
Yeah, he stays no.
He's locked.
Yeah, won't move.
Okay. Oh, that's right, because you walk out and he doesn't move. Alright, I guess I'll just figure out something for now. Let's just try and run it again with our normal. Next time we play Summoner. Yeah. I don't know, Red Mage gets screwed this tier in most cases. I don't know if they really thought through it. Not even a way that we can like help you unless we're doing some really complicated cover strat that's gonna kill the tank, then we have a different problem.
Will the unenhanced warrior be able to contend with this chimerical foe?
What?
He's used his fetal powers to manifest a weapon.
No.
That's delayed. You can't like walk into it.
But the contender is
I just wasn't out enough. The boss, I think, was more south than normal.
Crap.
Oh dear! Fiendish flora have sprouted from the scattered seeds!
Gonna be in for this. Good.
A millisecond away from getting killed, probably.
No, I was in the T-shaped thing or whatever.
Yeah, I was in the middle. Yeah, I was in the middle of that cross.
Just gotta believe, man.
Oh my! Even the cameras have been petrified!
Even the you that believes in the crit.
It's club.
Club, you know it, you hate it. Find your true north.
We should just rival flying! What fearsome strength! Goodness me, the brute abominator is hanging on the building!
Sword. Flower. Raid line. Sword later. Here's the player. For explosion. The sword after. buffs.
Is bounding from wall to wall.
It's go time. Range out. Incoming flare damage. Starting on the outside. Next, start inside. Next, start outside. Last, start inside. Drop with the buddy. This is a sword. We're gonna follow him in. Flower. Raid wide. One more hit. Make sure we're healed up for this.
The roof doublet caved in. Such devastation.
Oh no, I didn't see anything that looked like it was out of place.
Well, that had to be like an
Somehow.
overkill of like 1,000 or 2,000.
The destruction
could have been
appears to have
just damage
started
range.
a fire.
Gonna have two weapons here. One of them will glow. Club, we're gonna be out.
Seaside.
There's the lariat.
Alive. The brute bomber must still be in there.
Follow him
somewhere.
in. The glower.
A punishing
Flower.
attack. Oh, the true power of this monstrous fusion.
Dude, god damn that. Oh my god.
Get early.
It's dying.
Mid here, as best you can. We do not have
What a
mage.
thrilling battle this, and it rages on.
Do what I could.
Nah, dude. There's so many deaths and healer will be. I just want to reset this. Reset this.
Okay.
We have nothing. Oh my god.
Alice was overkilled by 7k.
Do we have mitt that we normally have in certain places that we're not setting up?
I mean, I can just single target her there. If there's no reason I can't.
You happen to know, Alice, if you were just lower health? I looked over, but I could have just been seeing shields over top and missing health or something.
She was only about at half health. I'm wondering if she maybe missed a heal.
Possible. Yep. Let's continue then. I'm gonna ready check to make sure we're eyes on. I can keep just a double check on the squishies for me. Squishies, if you see something wrong, hit something that indicates it or speak up. And then for my Glower runners, there's been a few different instances of different people in weird spots for Glower, so just make sure we're aware of that. We can be fast. Try it again.
To take it outside, the brute abominator means business. Will the unenhanced warrior be able to contend with this chimerical foe?
Club.
He's used his fetal powers to manifest a weapon. Oh, a brutal blow! But the contender is standing firm. Oh dear! Fiendish flora have sprouted from the scattered seeds!
Stay in. Hiding. Nice.
Oh my! Even the cameras have been petrified, and now they're crashing down all around!
This is a sword. Find true north here.
We should just rival flying! What fearsome strength! Goodness me, the brute abominator is hanging on the building!
I ran too far.
This is the clear. Is a sword.
Let's move up and bam, clear.
Easy as that. There's gonna be a glower with this. Glower. Raid wide. Big flare. Okay, sword.
It's bounding from wall to wall!
Flower. Buffing. Raid wide. My range can work their way out. Weapon. Flick. Outside drops are first. Inside drop. Outsides. These are inside. Find a safe spot. Find your buddy. Find another safe spot. He has a club. He has a club. Flower. As my bet. It's got me looking at the wrong spot.
I'm sorry, did you blame me?
Yeah, I'm blaming you. You told me last time if I was in the right spot, so I adjusted. I flipped myself.
Not on that pattern.
The rooftop is caved in. Such devastation. We'll send cameras in there at once. The destruction appears to have started a fire.
Club.
Move to A side.
Side lariat.
A ladder. The brute bomber must still be in there somewhere.
Sword. Followed by a glower. There's a glower.
Oh, the true power of this monstrous fusion.
Come on.
What a thrilling battle this, and it rages on.
Random weapon. Club. Range can reposition your spots. Make sure you get your shield before you head out. Alice and Abe don't have their shield.
Yeah, I'm casting them.
Yep, thank you. Holding buffs. Send him.
Challenger's down. Is this the end?
I am now Alice. On a sight.
The challenger rises again. Can they turn this around?
Get in your pre-position spot. Alice will just die.
Oh no, that was too much for the challenger.
Let's say we wipe this. We wipe it.
Alright, we gotta. I need to know what's happening with those tethers. This is every pull. Like, is it a red mage thing, or is, like, because if it is, I'd rather you just, like, pick that or something else.
Let's back out and swap it. I think Alice is better off on Summoner just to make it a little more obvious. Does that work for you, Alice?
Are you just not getting healed then? Because I can't heal you there. That's not me.
I actually got clipped by something. She didn't go out to get 3.
Tendrils of Terror. I don't know what
Pretty
that
sure
is.
it was just one of the baits. She stood next to like the corner of her spot, but got hit by the one on the east side potentially. Like they're not gonna be perfect, so you have to give it a lot of breathing room. And I just don't think she saw it. I was next to her when she died this series, and I kind of know. Do you know, Alice, what went wrong? Can you give any indication of anything that we need to potentially look at or adjust? Okay.
I don't know. I'd like to try and look at a log or something, because
I could look at the playback.
I mean, I can't really show you exactly, but oh, I can show you exactly. It's a weird screenshot, and it's not gonna make a lot of sense. But if you just pretend that you can see through my stuff, he's in the bottom left. Where you dodged out of ended up getting hit by the east wall's positioning of the thingy. I don't know which one was per se out of position. Going back and looking at the east wall. I mean, yeah, within a level of variance, they're all like slightly off of each other, but they're in a good spot. So you just can't dodge your own plus. You have to dodge all of them. I think is the biggest takeaway.
Don't Rage have the option to dodge at the wall instead of going in?
They can, but we're going in so that you can get buffs out during that, and then they can walk back out.
She got a 3. We're going in.
we're not even buffing though at that point. It's better just be at the wall. We're buffing after that.
You want to dodge at the wall and then buff after those go out? Because you'll have to walk in slightly afterwards.
That's what we have been doing. Our buffs come out after that dodge.
Yeah, they go off after it, but I guess we'll just make that a little more clear. Alright, we'll be aware of that. Try that again.
Because at that point where we're going in, you're guaranteed a 2, potentially 3. So you're definitely taking more damage there.
We'll just have range players dodge closer to the wall. After those AoEs go off, single GCD slide cast your way in. Probably somewhere in that second GCD where we're going to be hitting our buffs. So it's like, just to make sure everyone's actually in and able to receive them. Does that work? I'm going to ready check us. Keep trying it. That's you.
I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. I knew this fight would be bad.
To take it outside, the brute abominator means business. Will the unenhanced warrior be able to contend with this chimerical foe?
Club?
My word. He's used his fetal powers to manifest a weapon.
Nice.
Oh, a brutal blow! But the contender is standing firm. Oh dear!
Where am I going? Wait, where are you going? Oh no. Those curse dodges, oh no. I think we should set that, I'll be honest.
Still doable. Just have to believe. Bit of a mix-up.
Yeah, a little bit.
Run
I think
it
I
back.
confused 8th.
In those instances, he'll on avant. You can Icarus to him, and then he'll double on avant back to his spot.
To take it outside, the brute abominator means business.
At least that's how I'd resolve it.
Will the unenhanced warrior be able to contend with this chimerical foe?
Club.
He's used his fetal powers to manifest a weapon. Oh, a brutal
Stop, thank
blow!
you.
But the contender is standing firm. Oh dear! Fiendish flora have sprouted from the scattered seeds!
We're gonna be inside for this. There's so much time here. Kill him really fast.
Oh my! Even the cameras have been petrified, and now they're crashing down all around!
He has a club. Find true north.
Oh no! That was too much for the challenger!
Trigger has boss.
The challenger rises again! Can he turn this around? Oh, he sent his rival
I'm
flying!
just gonna presume that was like a mid thing. 'cause
Most likely, because that's not normal.
it went from like 100
Despite
to
the
almost 0.
brute
and
abominator is
just,
hanging on the building!
Should still be fine. Club. Flower. Feather. Weapon. Sword. And a flare. For Splosion. This is a sword holding buffs for a second.
He's bounding from wall to wall!
Buffs. Raid wide. Range, go out and get your spot. New flare just dropped. Outside baits first. Next inside. Outside bait. Inside bait. Find a safe spot. Find your buddy. We're gonna be following this in. Sword. Flower. Raid wide. One final hit here.
The rooftop has caved in.
Much
Such
better.
devastation. We'll send cameras in there at once. The destruction appears to have started a fire.
Two weapons. Sword. Follow him in. Raid wide after.
Inside.
We are on the seaside. There's the lariat.
Alani, the brute bomber must still be in there somewhere.
Being out, followed by Glower.
A Punisher
Flower.
attack. Oh, the true power of this monstrous fusion.
Thanks, do the
The
thing.
contender dodged everything. Why am I not surprised?
Tumult will be next.
What a thrilling battle this, and it rages on.
Range, you can pre-position. Do not go out till you have your shield. Just kidding.
Yep.
We have a thingy first. We have a sword mechanic. My bad. Sword mechanic. And now you can do the thing I was saying before. Don't go out till you get your shield. Holding the next set of twos. Back your spots. Twos out. Careful line of sight. Baiting your spot. In the middle here. Dead center. Find your true north. Brutal impact. Tumults. Based on our kill time, we're just sending everything. You won't get another pot. One of the groups is going to be dropping on your markers. Get by your color marker for your clock spot. Sports are dropping. It is a club out. It's a club. We are out. Lariat, Seaside.
Right.
DPS are dropping. Extra safe here. Following it in. Follow it in. Thanks to the thingy. Stone Ringer Mechanic. This is a club. What a perfect time for buffs to come up. This fight's also gonna be trash. I forgot we even had
It's
LD.
all over. Until
Can't even. I'll have to like preemptively use it if we're gonna do anything. Can't really do it during that mechanic. Anyway, that's besides the point. It is behind us. Past is the past. Here is the future. I have preemptively set up some stuff. The only people that still need legs are 8th and Sugar. I said, generally speaking, if 8th gets it, then we would have all raid pieces for our squishies. And so that's what I've written down. If you'd like to contest it, feel free to. Otherwise, that is what I've got.
I mean, if 8th gets it,
Yes.
or do you want to roll for it?
Yeah, it's up to you guys. You guys are the only people that actually need raid gear at this point. It's both pants. Realistically, if you want to be real about the last fight, tanks take a stupid amount of damage, but also raid-wides, 8's most prone to getting killed. So I couldn't honestly tell you which is going to be more valuable.
All right, I'm gonna roll lean. I'm gonna tell you what you rolled. What I rolled. I rolled a 35. Give it a pass. Or, oh, you got it anyways.
Hey, it's a fair run. I respect it. Chess piece. I have nobody currently needing that for their main, which means if you have an alternate job that can utilize a chess piece, it is open for any need rolls there. Looking at the Esther, I believe, Alan, you took the tome, right? With plans to get the thing?
Yeah, I can get the tome weapon next week.
In that case, if we would like to pass over that Esther to Alan. We got the gloves, by the way, in the last run. Never wrote it down. Anybody know?
Might have been me. It was me.
Thank you. Or my twine. Let me just double check the math. Everyone has our sheet updated. Is that correct?
Yeah.
That is the case. Then I see the only people that currently still need 3 of the twine in particular are my healers. Which means this is a healer roll-off. Healer roll-off. Congratulations
Oh, I ain't
to whoever
getting this
gets it.
shit, bro. Congrats, Kiko. Unless you roll like dirt.
Cute.
I rolled a 21, bro.
Oh.
It's fine. That means I'm getting it next week because everyone should still need 1 and I'll need 2.
So, here's the fun part. We're not going to have a whole bunch of time to run more tonight, but we are still going to try it. I need everyone to run to Solution 9. You should have enough books at this point. Or point? Or something, whatever. To buy yourself a twine. You should then be able to augment, theoretically, a piece of gear that you hopefully have available to you. If you don't have it right now, don't tell me. You'll probably have it by the time you cap your tomes this week. You can get that at the farthest right person who will ask you for a AAC illustrated cruiserweight something something, I think, and then any of the jobs you can just turn it in. Do not buy an Esther. Do not buy the Esther. If you buy an Esther, you're trolling. Buy a twine. This has been a message brought to you by Leon. You then have to take off the piece of gear that you're going to try and augment and do all that stuff. So, yeah.
Oh, PogChamp got upgraded pants.
I might actually hold for a minute because what do I need? 825. I'm gonna actually hold mine. I'm gonna see if I can't hunt train tomorrow and get it to augment my best piece, which will be more value.
Healers finally got their pants this week. I can upgrade head next week when I get swine, and then the last bad piece of spell speed will be left.
You should be able to mark your twine and glaze, by the way. The columns, I never really stated this, but the D and O columns, you can mark down how many you still need. This is just what I look at when I try to sort out where our gear is best distributed. So, if you are open to that, that'd be cool to update. Otherwise, I'll just try and figure it out later. Everyone should be down to, at this point, a 1, a 0, or in the case of mage, 2. For this last fight, while I have people still melding and all that, there is a couple things we could talk about doing. First of all, I'm going to share with you a website.
Oh no.
I think I know which website you're about to share.
It's the what?
No, not the what?
It's that thing. Because I'm not gonna say it's the best resource, but it is. It does have everything in it. If you need like a quick refresher on stuff, you can probably hit something like Pastebin plus Renon and see what a lot of people do for positionings. Now we already do Millennial Decay Faringen. We already do that. We already do Beck in Moonlight Quad Beck in Moonlight. Terrestrial Rage in Party Finder does clock spots. It is not, generally speaking, as bad as you would think, but it is something that probably most people have had practice on as of late, and I would be obligated to ask at this point if we would like to run that so that you have the consistency, or if we'd like to go back into the melees, tanks north relative to the new look.
I would like to do clock just because I want to do more of what PF does, since I do PF a lot.
It won't be as bad. I have not looked at what it looks like for my positioning to run inward. I've always run outward in some of those dodges. I'm going to try it to see if it works. Just making sure I don't kill the party. Shouldn't, but it could. So that is something we'll have to look at. If you do not know Clock Spot, basically during Terrestrial Rage when the new lists show up, you just stand on your color buddy's cardinal. So if you are a DPS, you rotate to your cardinal position, and there should be a safe spot there relative to whatever Newlith pattern happens. You just kind of always dodge from that location. The group stack is always in the middle, just as it was before. And then when the group stack finishes their stack, they then have the spreads for the clones. You will just go out to your clock spot for that and potentially do the rotation as normal. For the people that were outside originally at like the Cardinals and they figure out, where they need to be for the new lists and they do the dodge, they are then stacking. They will stack at A just as we've done before. No change there. There's a potential that we all rotate clockwise slightly. Pretty cool trying out clock spot or Terrestrial Rage. If you need like a further thing, you can click the icon and the little link I sent to your spot.
I'm gonna vote no if there's a vote.
There should be a vote. I might ask we try it to see how it works for tonight, and then we'll maybe make a decision from there. Because I think some people are kind of uninformed at the moment, being able to make the decision. For part 2 stuff, we're probably not going to hit it tonight, but I'll probably ask about it for next time. We should be at a point where majority of us have the entire fight ready to go in the memory bank. So By the way, this is making sure we're ready to go into the fight. We're gonna try and do part 1. So if you don't know part 2 fully all the way through, take a look at that for me for tomorrow, because there's a good chance that we get into it, and more realistically, with a bunch of calls, you should be able to follow along to try and clear.
So we are trying out clock spots.
I'm gonna try and do clock spots this time.
Okay.
I want to see how it works for full group. It is pretty much undeniably better for casters. Maybe harder for melee.
Only in the sense that you might have to cast True North, realistically.
That's what I'm thinking. I don't know from the dodge how safe it is, because I haven't done it in a certain way.
This is definitely more caster friendly, so I don't have to move as much if the new North is like.
Yeah, you don't get turned around.
Over here at 4.
Anyway, summon your summons, dance partners, buddy your cardia, eat your food if you need to, because we're going to go for about a whole, 10 minutes. Let me know when you're ready to go. Try it out. I'll just accidentally clear.
No.
Doubtable.
If
God, I
people
was
don't
spotted.
know what they're doing
Let's
in
begin, shall we?
P2, no.
Can the challenger defeat
Yeah,
the
right
North
here,
on
that.
his own
Or the monkeys type that William Shakespeare.
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, man. We got the 1 in quadrillion. We're going to hit it.
Yeah, we'll just magically hits the flow state.
Eventually, we'll write Shakespeare. Stone out, Cardinals out. Almost forgot I go left on here.
I wonder if you can
Eminence
keep up.
is in.
Such speed, it's as if there's a pack of him.
Good. Wait, what? Coming up for Farringen's Millennial Decay. That is the wolf mechanic.
With Fenrir's might, I rouse a storm.
Knockback immune.
The wind
Going
answers
right,
my call.
counterclockwise. Find your color. DPS or tether.
Almost macroed off instinct.
Why don't I feel like I always take more damage? We're good, man. A buster action before we go to gold saucer.
Must have heard, but they're not out of the fight yet. Fenrir's power can be wielded in surprising ways. Oh, where did that colossal thing come from?
Either 1 or 3. 3. This is a revolution. This is an out. Good. Going aid ads. We're gonna do yellow breaks first, like we have been. What Party Finder does. We are also taking our people out, I guess. Is that what you guys want to do for healing?
Not bad, but we've scarcely begun.
Where am I going?
Check the color. Make sure you're on the right side. Odd ones are out. Careful the angle. Short yellow. Short green. Odd one's out. Short yellow. Or green. Odd ones are out. Angle was wrong there.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Alice.
No.
Killed
Okay.
the thing.
Oh, you're talking about your thing.
Yeah. So, Party Finder has the stack in the group. Not exactly preferred, but it is way safer. Healers, do you have a
I'm gonna be
preference on
real.
what you want to do?
If we do that, I'm switching to White Mage. I cannot heal on Astro
Well,
if we do that strat.
what do you want to do? Because we can get good at either one. It's just, it's not what Party Finder's ever going to do.
I want opposite of Party Finder for that.
Okay, so you want to keep doing what we're doing.
Yeah.
In that case, the safest thing we could possibly do is always have, obviously the tanks are doing fine, they're just at the edge, they have to be there, right? If you are walking around in the group, you can just kind of chill behind. It's never really a bad thing to be more in than anything, but obviously just be safe. If you are an opposite odd one out marked, make sure you're always closer to the inside circle thing. It's going to make it safer for the tank. It's also getting their cleave. While I'm actually thinking about it, generally speaking, the party that I said was just chilling, if they were also closer to the inside, the tank could technically, if they see like an angle being bad, they could slide over closer to where the majority party is. Because they're only taking a cone. They're not going to cleave anybody, necessarily. In general, if you're non-tank, inside line is always safer for everybody. We can try to do that. Let's try to give one more pull for that. And hopefully we can get to like Millennial. Then we'll be done for the night.
Yeah, because if we do it the PF way, I actually just have to switch to White Mage.
Yeah, I don't
party
like it
for healing.
but it's also just like kind of a goofy part.
I actually don't know what Astros do for that, like genuinely, because you can't hit everyone.
Can the challenger defeat the wolf in his own lair?
It might just be like single target, but healing your own. No, because you're not always guaranteed on the same side, opposite side.
You are.
Healers will always be opposite side.
Oh, are they?
Yeah. We also get the same debuff timer. I think everyone does.
Stone out, inner card.
At least it feels like it. Melee is towards melee, and then I got her. Feels like
Eminent.
you're synced up with your class type.
Eminent is in. This is the cone. Yeah, the cone.
Such speed, it's as if there's a pack of them.
Cleave. Red Web. Make sure Alice has her mid.
Good. Alice had more than Kiko there.
Why was I so low?
I don't know. Damage range.
Fenrir's might.
Well, Alice
Okay.
is fine.
Find your spot for the wolf mechanic. Knockback immune.
The wind
Going left, clockwise. Way up.
My own fault. I'm stupid. Now that's not my fault, but you die.
Find a tower.
The challenger
Oh, fuck off.
rises again. Can they turn this around?
Hey, man, that sucks. Look, we can end it there. Gotta get used to, 'cause you guys are healer-wise, you guys are confident doing, like, the 90-degree corner thing. Alright?
Yeah.
I
don't do it in PF, but I do it here.
I haven't seen anybody else doing that, so I was...
In
further
PF,
back.
the melee aren't like they position differently, so we can't do it in PF.
Yeah, the way I've been doing it is, like, just barely chasing the healers, and it works out fairly well. I can do it otherwise, I wasn't
Yeah, because
fully ready.
I tried
expecting it.
doing the thing you told me, Akiko, like when it's like going the correct way, you just go in the
Yeah.
middle. You can't really do that in PF.
Really? I did that every time in PF.
I was trying to,
Oh.
and it was just the position of my melees, but I kind of just have to stay at the wall at my spot.
They
I don't-
probably are
I always went
not expecting
direct east and just touched against the wall. I left them plenty of room, so I don't know.
Maybe if I forced it, they'd be fine, but I just kind of stick in my corner.
Yeah, I mean, because they can stay together at that part if we're the ones that are baiting.
I think it's that they're not sticking together. I think that's why I don't have enough room.
Sticking together is generally a good thing, but it can be hard if you are not in. So like in that particular instance, because you were or whoever was at a 90, I was with Moon like stacked, and then when I tried to go out, because I couldn't line up with your AOE, I can't see the line that goes through because it makes weird AOE color. I ended up like toe touching it. I can set it up better if I know ahead of time, just to make sure I'm like more observant of that. But I usually base off the healer's position. So
I think in group we're gonna always do that. There should at least be one healer in the middle.
yeah, it's all good. For those that are here or gone, that's it. GG's. Thanks so much. Tomorrow P2. Make sure you have it all fully ready to go, and I will do most of the callouts for it. So as long as you know what it is by name, I will post my cheat sheet. This is probably more or less what I will call in terms of its mechanics. But that is the order of things as I know them. So if you know what each of those things are, you should be in a good spot. Yeah, GG's, thanks.
The Quakes are the light parties, right?
Quakes are light parties. Thanks for checking out the stream, guys. We'll be back tomorrow for Prague into last fight. Hopefully be able to kill it. Should be fairly easy, I'd imagine, but we'll see. I only say that because most of us have done it fairly recently. We'll see. Later.